So we'll start with the most challenging and exciting field of solid state physics, that is superconductivity. First of all, we should know what is superconductivity and what are superconductors. Superconductivity is basically a phenomena of zero electrical resistance and expulsion of magnetic fields in certain materials when they are cooled to low temperature. And superconductors are those materials whose resistivity become very small, or in fact you can say that it becomes very low or zero below a certain temperature. Experimental measurements show that resistance of materials in superconducting state is approximately 10 to the power 16 times smaller than their room temperature value. So for approximately 30 elements, some alloys and ceramics containing copper oxides and iron oxides have been discovered having transition temperature ranging from 0.01 K to 138 K. Here you can see from this graph that as temperature decreases, resistance goes on decreasing, and at one particular temperature it becomes zero. So temperature at which resistance becomes zero is known as transition temperature or critical temperature. Here is the table showing critical temperature of some superconducting materials. So these are the materials having low transition temperature, and here first two materials are iron based superconductors having transition temperature or critical temperature 26 K and 41 K respectively. This one YBa2Cu3O7, that is YBCO, yttrium, barium, copper oxide. This was the first material to achieve superconductivity above the boiling point of liquid nitrogen. So these are the superconductors which come into the category of high TC copper oxide based superconductors. Here in this C we see a parameter X, and transition temperature varies from 133 to 140. So TC can be varied by varying X. Superconductors having TC above 77 K, that is boiling point of liquid nitrogen, are interesting because they do not require liquid helium or liquid hydrogen for cooling. So on the basis of this table, superconductors can be classified as metallic low temperature superconductors, iron based superconductors, copper oxide based superconductors, also known as cuprates, hydrogen based superconductors. So superconducting state is considered as a different phase separated by normal state. This is having characteristic electrical, magnetic, thermodynamic and other physical properties. Superconducting transition is reversible, means when T is greater than Tc, then material is in normal state. When T is less than Tc, it goes into superconducting state. It has high degree of order, that is entropy is zero. For pure and structurally perfect elements, transition is sharp, as it can be seen from this graph. Resistance goes on decreasing, and at one particular temperature resistance suddenly drops to zero. But in alloys and ceramics, Tc may spread over a range of temperature, as you can see from this graph, from the dotted line, that transition temperature, that is delta C, is spread over 0.K, 1K or maybe greater than that. Phenomena of superconductivity was first discovered by Dutch physicist Professor H.K. Onnes in 1911, and he was also awarded Nobel Prize in 1913. Since then, several theories and discoveries were made in this direction, and still the researches are going on. And these discoveries are existence of zero resistance, given by Professor H.K. Onnes in 1911, shows E is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0. Meissner effect, that is expulsion of magnetic field, given in 1933. London's theory, given by two London brothers in 1935 to explain superconductor electrodynamics, that is E is equal to 0 and V is equal to 0. Then isotope effect, which was given in 1950, which shows involvement of lattice vibrations. Then existence of an energy gap in 1953, and this energy gap delta E is different from band gap of semiconductors. In semiconductors, we know that band gap restricts the flow of current, but in superconductor, despite of this energy gap, current flows. And then BCS theory is given in 1957, which is heart of the superconductivity. This is microscopic theory developed by three scientists, Bardeen, Cooper, and Schrieffer, and it is widely accepted for low temperature superconductors. And it is the quantum theory of superconductivity. Then Giavar tunneling in 1960, which gives direct measurement of electron gap by electron tunneling. Then Josephson effect given by scientist Josephson in 1962, which shows the possibility of supercurrent through barrier. These are informations given by researchers and scientists time to time. In the subsequent lecture, we will get into the details of superconductivity.